Okay, so, this news came out a few days ago, but I've been meaning to talk about it. And for those who don't know, apparently DC is working with Guillermo del Toro, who most of you would know from such movies as the upcoming Pacific Rim movie, his other movie, Mama, and, of course, the Hellboy movie, the second one. And basically this was rumored for a while. This was rumored, but now it's officially confirmed that Guillermo del Toro is writing a DC Supernatural Universe movie called DC Dark Universe, or just Dark Universe, which is pretty much, by the sound of it, sounds like Justice League Dark, or as it was originally known in the pre-52, rather than Justice League Dark, it was known as the Shadow Pact. So that's pretty much it is. If you don't know what that is, or Justice League Dark, which I'm pretty sure most of you do, but for the uninitiated, Justice League Dark, or as it's known as Shadow Pact, is pretty much all the DC supernatural characters brought together to fight supernatural threats that the normal Justice League could not handle, like John Constantine, Zatanna, Deadman, Black Orchid, Andrew Bennett from iVampire, and a few others. Supernatural beings in here. Now, normally, I'd be very interested in this, Guillermo del Toro plus, DC Universe, plus DC Dark Universe, the DC Supernatural Universe. That sounds amazing, right? Well, if you haven't noticed already, the DC track record for movies has not been very great. Yeah. I mean, we've got Man of Steel, and that looks good, but a lot is riding on that. And the other thing is, I love Guillermo del Toro. There is no question about that. I love Guillermo del Toro movies. He is a fantastic director. He's great at the supernatural. He's great at just making these grand worlds, supernatural worlds, and I think he's perfect for the job. However, just because he's writing the movie, and he's possibly going to direct the movie as well, now it's confirmed that he's writing it. It's confirmed that he is indeed writing it, but but in terms of director or producer, he was rumored to direct as well. But so far, he's only known for writing Dark Universe. So herein lies the problem. Just because he's writing it, and I love his movies, again, have to reestablish that. Just because he's writing his movie, this movie, does not mean it's going to get published. Well, not published, I mean made. It doesn't mean that doesn't really mean anything. So far, he's the only thing attached to this film, and for all we know, the big wigs at Warner Brothers could go, well, we don't like this. Harumph. A successful supernatural movie with a very well-known director? Harumph, I say. I added the harumph. Okay, that's enough. Here's the thing. He's written other movies before that have been turned down for other movies. One movie I was really excited for him to do was the H.P. Lovecraft story, At the Mountains of Madness, which is a very well-known story among the H.P. Lovecraft universe. And he was very close to making this. He was writing it, he was producing it, he was going to direct it. But however, the bigwigs said no. They said basically no to a very well-known movie, and I think they would have had something right there, but they said no to give money. Get this. They gave the money to do the Shrek films. Yeah. Isn't that a kick in the balls? Excuse me. So, even, like I said, I have hopes. I do want this movie to be made. Don't get me wrong. I do want this movie to be made, but I've been cheated before. I've been cheated so many times by DC saying, oh, we're going to do this movie, and then they bitch out at the last second. So, if this comes to pass, I would really love to see the DC Supernatural Universe brought to light. I would really like to see that. I mean, that would be that's something the Marvel movies, as of yet, has not been able to do successfully because other people... The Ghost Rider films. Both Ghost Rider films have not been great. And we haven't really gotten... Well, okay. Outside of Thor, but they gave him more of a science, like, fringe science type thing with Thor. But still, I mean, that's supernatural, so that's one thing. That's on the semi-supernatural side, but that's more like divine... okay, I'm making this more confusing than it should be. Outside of Thor, the Marvel movies haven't been really delving more into the supernatural. Now, yes, I know they're talking a lot about Doctor Strange and a few other films, but so far we haven't seen them yet. But however, just because DC wants to do this, and just because Warner Brothers wants to do this, does not mean it's going to go off well. Do you remember the track record I was talking about? Yeah. But I'd really like to keep an open mind on this, but I don't want to get my hopes up. That's the thing. I do not want to get my hopes up because I would really love to see John Constantine come back. I would love to see Zatanna on the big screen. I would love to see, the Black Orchid, Dr. Fate, and Andrew Bennett, and of course Deadman, Boston Brand. I know a lot of people would love to see Boston Brand on the big screen. Again, excuse me. But again, I have to reestablish that this just because Guillermo del Toro's writing it doesn't mean it may be made. They may say, "Oh, well, we're not interested in that. We're going to focus on this half-cock scheme Justice League movie." And that's kind of the thing I'm worried about, that they may just cancel it all to focus on the Justice League movie, which still, the more I hear about it, the less and less I'm more convinced they're doing this as a cash grab, which I know they are doing as a cash grab, but still, it sounds more and more half-cocked than it should be. Regardless. Regardless. But if it does get made, big whoops all around. I would love to see this film be made, but and you know what? It may have a chance depending on how well, Guillermo del Toro has 2 films coming out. As far as I know, he has 2 films. He has Mama and he has Pacific Rim, which I'm pretty sure that's the big exciting one that everyone wants to see. So maybe the big wigs will look at it this time and go, maybe we shouldn't be a dick to this guy and let him do this movie. That should be a smart idea. That's something we haven't done in a while, a smart idea. Anywho, I'm gonna leave it off with you guys. Do you have any faith in this? Do you really want to see this made? I sure as hell do, but again, I have to reestablish that I've seen the track record before, it hasn't been good, so I'm gonna leave it off with you guys. What do you think of all this? Are you excited for Guillermo del Toro to do, trying to make and try to bring the DC Supernatural universe to the big screen? And what do you think the movie might be about? And, just tell me what you think about this. This is an interesting concept right here. So, I think I'm pretty much done on my end. And, again, I love Guillermo del Toro, love me some DC Supernatural universe. What I don't like, the big wigs. So, anyway, I'm out.